a European trip can feel a little bit like walking on a tightrope. You want to be comfortable for those long touring days, but at the same time, you don't want to be a walking target for the scammers and pickpockets out there by wearing things that just scream tourist. Today, I'm going to go over 5 style mistakes to avoid and what you should choose to pack instead. Let's go. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, I'm Christy, the Gen X Gypsy, and I like to share travel tips and advice that I've learned over the past 40 years of roaming around this world as a traveler. And like many of you, I am getting ready for a trip to Europe this summer, specifically Portugal. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to share with you some of the research that I've been doing to help me decide what to pack. I've been looking at what's currently being worn on the streets around Europe and the style mistakes that tourists are still wearing, making them stand out like a sore thumb, a potential scam victim, or even worse, could injure themselves by wearing them. We all know that Europe encompasses a very large geographic area made up of many different cultures. But generally speaking, overall, Europe, especially in the more urban and less beachy areas, tends to be a little more tailored and conservative in their fashion vibe than, well, many places in the Americas. I feel like those of us in the US, Canada, the Caribbean, and even some of South America have a much more casual and, in certain circumstances, a little more revealing aesthetic. So even though there are a lot of similarities in fashion across the ocean these days, there are still a few style differences. Now, there are some style mistakes that have been talked about in the past that are not really relevant anymore these days, like baseball hats and sneakers. You will see many Europeans wearing these items on the regular these days. So if you want to wear your comfy on clouds or hokas, go for it. And if you want to take your favorite baseball hat for those bad hair days, totally fine. But one item you'll want to leave at home are your denim shorts. Now, I love my cutoff Levi shorts, and I do travel with them quite often in the United States, but denim shorts are just not worn in Europe. If you want to bring a pair or two of nice regular jeans, those will fit in well, but avoid any with tears and rips as they aren't really doing that style over there. If you are a shorts lover like I am, and you are going to be mostly in Southern Europe in the summer when it will be hot, I would choose a nice pair of lightweight linen shorts like these from Quince. In fact, you could embrace the monochromatic trend and get a matching linen camp shirt, which would be very useful in many different situations. Old Navy also has a nice selection of linen blend shorts that are very comfy and can give you that put together look. Either way, you'll want to steer clear of booty shorts since showing too much skin in Europe is somewhat frowned upon unless you're actually on the beach. Another substitute for denim shorts or even shorts in general would be a nice looking skirt. I love skirts because they are so versatile and comfortable. Plus, if the wind is blowing, you don't have to worry about accidentally showing your intimates to everyone if the wind blows up your skirt. Which leads me to item number 2 to avoid in Europe: skirts and dresses with a shorter, flowy skirt. One thing I have learned over the years is that you can experience windy conditions almost everywhere, and sometimes out of the blue. I find that cities especially will get that wind tunnel effect, which could give those around you an unexpected show if you're wearing a shorter, flowy skirt. So if you don't want to have to walk around all day holding your skirt down, plan on packing a straight or more A-line style skirts, or even a really pretty lightweight maxi skirt like this one. You can also add a pair of workout shorts like these or these underneath your shorter skirts to turn them into a skirt. Even better if those shorts have a pocket and your skirt doesn't. But don't make the mistake of wearing those workout shorts or other athleisure wear out on the streets for touring around. Unlike many places here in the US and Canada, in Europe, you don't see women running errands in leggings and tank tops, one of my daily uniforms. You also don't see a lot of form-fitted athletic tennis-style dresses, which are pretty popular here this summer. I even had 2 of these in my summer dress roundup that I love, but I'm not going to be taking either of them to Portugal. For your more casual touring outfits, consider lightweight, comfy pants in a linen blend like these from Old Navy, or one of my favorite lightweight, versatile travel pants like these Brooklyn pants from Athleta, or even the no-go style from Duluth Trading, although those are a little bit heavier weight, so probably not great for warmer destinations. Dresses are also a great option for comfy, casual looks, and Quince has some amazing options for European travel because that's kind of their overall aesthetic, is a very European vibe. I love this shorter linen dress, which can easily be dressed up or down, but they also have some beautiful sundresses of varying different lengths with the very important pockets included. Another American wardrobe favorite that is best left at home are oversized sports-themed t-shirts. Europeans aren't typically walking billboards for their favorite sports teams, not even the always popular soccer, or as they call it, football teams, unless they are going to a match. I would say this also includes any t-shirt you have from local events. Here in my hometown, we have 2 huge events, the Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament and the North Carolina Seafood Festival, and both of these events always produce beautiful t-shirts every year. But as pretty as these t-shirts are, and as fun as it is to be wearing travel items that promote your hometown, this is absolutely going to make you stand out as a tourist. Instead, keep it simple with a solid color or a striped t-shirt, or choose a graphic t-shirt with a very simple design like this one. And while we're talking about t-shirts, unless it's a real emergency, I would steer clear of wearing a souvenir t-shirt that you just bought. Another glaring indicator that you are a tourist and possibly open to being taken advantage of. One fashion item that you can include in your packing list to give you a little extra layer of protection is a travel purse that has some security measures included in its construction. My favorite is this one from PackSafe. It has locking zippers and an RFID protected pocket. And another favorite of many of you in this community is this larger purse from Travel On. But if you do have another purse or bag that you really love and want to travel with, adding these little mini carabiners to the zippers can go a long way to deterring thieves. Anything you do to make it more difficult for them to steal from you will make you less of a target. Before we get to the final style mistake, let us know in the comments below if I've missed anything on this list, or if there is something in particular that we should consider when putting together our European packing list. I love how we all keep learning from one another in this community. So finally, the last style mistake is packing high heels, and I am including high wedges, block heels, and even kitten heels in this category. Many of the popular destinations in Europe are thousands of years old, and cobblestone streets still make up the majority of the areas you'll be walking around. So to avoid twisting an ankle, or worse, maybe breaking a leg, stick to flats or moderate platform shoes for your footwear. Now, I love a good wedge shoe, but on cobblestones and rough sidewalks, even wedges become an issue, especially the higher ones. For a dressier shoe option to pack, if you want something that gives you a little bit of height, like I usually do, I would go with something like this pair from Quince or these from FitFlop. And if you prefer a flatter style, these Plaka sandals are one of my favorites, and they come in many different color options. But if you want a full review of many popular travel sandals, check out this video next. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video today. I hope you have safe and wonderful travels.